Okay, so you're calling me to see if I'm doing okay, and when I tell you in the letter that it's the medication, I ask you guys in 7 days to find somebody in the VA to contact me to take care of what's going on in my life. You call me to make sure that the medication is okay and I'm safe. I'm tired after all these years of everybody asking me if I'm safe when everybody was the reason I wasn't feeling safe. Now everybody cares if I'm safe or not. Well, near 9 years of having medication forced on you and treated like you were crazy, that's dangerous. That's what's really dangerous. Right? So Dr. Pakowski, I don't understand what the VA and the government does not understand, especially after the last letter I just wrote. You read that letter, you find out what's going on in the world, if you don't understand that kind of stuff, and then you read what was written the day that they thought I was crazy. Tried reporting it to the government and the VA because I was mistakenly thinking that people with degrees in psychology would be able to hear something like that and understand it, being as our history is littered with people using psychology to take over entire peoples. Right? I mean, we went to war in World War II for that kind of thing. Now, prepared for people not to know what the hell I was talking about. I wasn't prepared for everybody to not do anything at all to find out if what I was saying about myself, career-wise, was true or not, to even find out if it was realistic or not, that what I was saying could be plausible. Nobody did that. And as they were locking me up in the hospital, I tried to explain to them they were making a mistake and they didn't listen to me. I called my sister, she called the doctor who was doing it, and he said, "Too bad, we got a court order." They wouldn't even listen to the person that was my emergency contact. And I know I've said this multiple times because I have it all recorded, right? I know I've told the VA this until I'm blue in the face. And then when I go to the top of the chain where I'm supposed to go, the VAOIG, and then they still don't do anything, it has to lead me to believe that what's really going on is either nobody's doing their job or cares, or because of what the VA did to me in Colorado for the last almost 9 years, is people's been going back and reading what happened back then, thinking that's what Jason really is. So we need to fix Jason for this problem that was diagnosed by a 28-year-old in a split second. Just like when I first got here to Peoria, Dr. Salinas was assigned to me, and she immediately wrote in my file that I had a personality, or I think it was a personality disorder or something. Because I had been abused and I was having medication put in me that wasn't what I should have been taking. So it was my fault. It's always been my fault. And I've had enough of that. I've had enough of being told that it's my fault. I'm tired. Every time I try to get the government to help me, is that somebody calls me and makes sure that I'm safe. You didn't care if I was safe, other than the fact that you'll keep trying to cover up what happened to me. But you want to know if I'm safe. I'll be safe when it properly gets acknowledged and somebody does something to repay me for the almost 9 years of my life I've lost, so that I can afford to live what life I have left happily and move forward. That's what I would like. I would like for the VA to stop treating me like I'm a drug addict and denying my disability based upon something that's not even true. I would like the VA to do that as well. You know, I ask VA this stuff all the time, but then the VA asks of me to do what they want me to do, but they won't do anything for me. The government won't do anything for me. So I have decided, and I decided a long time ago, when it got to this point, I was going to push back. And you guys can either help me and be realistic about what's been going on, or I have to do what I have to do. And that's just the way it is. I have these recordings and I planned on never having to use them. But apparently I'm going to have to. So I'm telling you right now, Dr. Pekowski, you guys have a number you can call. Call it. Make this better for me, because you would not want this happening to you. You wouldn't want this happening to any of your family, your kids, or anybody. But for some reason, the VA has made sure that this was okay.
Okay.
I was being poisoned.
Okay. Let me take a look at it further. And I think we got an appointment coming up in March, I believe.
Hey, Dr. Pekowski, all of you read the letter I wrote, right?
Right.
Okay. I sent that to a lot of people. And I placed a sample of one of my recordings on Facebook. But I'm sure the VA's already been stalking my Facebook to see what I'm doing. I'm not delusional. I'm not a fool. So anyway, I need you guys to do what I asked, or they are going to go on the internet starting next Monday. And I gave you guys clear and present warning about what's going on. All you have to do is call places in the VA that you're supposed to report things like this to. Whistleblowing. Because it's being covered up and I was being punished and abused, which is why whistleblower protection was invented. Would you agree?
I would agree. That's
okay.
My understanding of the whistleblower.
So please blow the whistle, because apparently y'all thought that you were gonna change the medication, I was gonna get better, and it was just gonna go away. I want my 9 years back, and I want my gun rights back. I want to enjoy the rest of my life and not have to worry about money. So in our reality, time equals money. What reparations for the last 9 years, so that I can move on with my life, maybe be able to date, find a woman who can put up with me, and me not be alone and die with just cats when my natural causes take their effect. Right? I'm not saying I'm going to kill myself. I'm saying that I want to live for as long as I'm allowed to live, and I want to do that with some sort of happiness.
Sounds reasonable.
So the VA, the least they can do is not act like a bunch of sociopaths and not care about what happened to me, just like you hear in the recording of Dr. Jeff Smith. He knew that what they did was wrong. He knew that they did it to me, and he could live with it. If his apology that I didn't really believe wasn't good enough.
Okay, take a look at it.
So please report it.
Again, Ian, I'll take a look at it. Sorry to interrupt your day.
It's okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. You take care. Bye.